Hey guys, welcome back to Raid Shadow Legends. In today's video, we're doing an account update for this new free-to-play account. I guess it's getting less new because it is now 2 months old. Want to give you guys the update. It is an account where we have done none of our pulls, being our Ancients, Voids, Primals, or Sacreds. We did actually technically do 2 pulls from Prism Shards that we got through events, which did give us Geomancer, which is absolutely huge. And the other one we got from those was this Mikage Fusion. Besides that, everything else is just characters you get for free along the way. And that's what we've been doing. So I want to give you guys the account update. Now, first of all, let's go through our savings, because the whole idea of this account was to save for the hopefully Leonardo Path event. And we are looking really damn good here. We've got 48 Voids, we've got 8 Primals, 16 Sacreds, and then also the 164 Ancients. Now, Sacreds, over the last week and a half, I've actually managed to get 2 from Clan Boss. Both of them came from Nightmare Clan Boss. My Ultra Nightmares have been trash. I've been getting plenty of Voids actually, but yes, the Nightmare has come in super clutch. So let's kick it off over there. Clan Boss, I've actually got to go in and do my attacks today. But in general, Nightmare, we are pretty easily 1-keying on any affinity. And then the Ultra Nightmare, we had a bad run on this one where we only got 29. Sometimes I can 2-key it when it is Force. Unfortunately, we didn't get there. We'll do the 3 keys. But I'm quite happy doing 3-key Ultra Nightmare, 1-key Nightmare, getting those rewards. Really damn nice progression to get along the way. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is what have I actually been doing? Because in that early game phase, I'm pretty much only leveling fodder through farming campaign, 12-3 brutal, and that's all I do, because with the Arbiter missions, you're trying to get your 8 champions set to go ahead and upgrade. You'll notice that since I did my my Glade Wolf, which was probably 3 weeks ago, I haven't made any more 6 stars. I am absolutely swimming in fodder. I'm just waiting for the Leonardo event, because if it includes champ training, that would mean I get to save more summons for the next event. We've got the Fusion coming up as well, who I'm very interested in, so I'll see if I use them through that. I didn't use it on the most recent champ training event, so that's just where we're at there. That's why we haven't got any more 6 stars. The next 6 star would be Arbiter. She would make my live arena a lot easier, essentially, but unfortunately, we're just holding out, waiting to try and play that, that Wait Shadow Legends game. Now, the other one, if I had to go ahead and make one, would be Hilda, because she's a nice AoE damage dealer, self-attack buffing and stuff like that, also a bit of control, so she would probably be the other one that I would build to help me in the arena as well, and in general. Besides that, I have no one else that I really want to build. Morag, yes, decent to build. We've got What's-Her-Face as well, decent to build, but nothing that I'm desperate to build, so I'm pretty happy just to sit, chill, wait till we hopefully see this Leonardo event, then dump some summons, and then hopefully we can have some good stuff to go ahead and build. Now, I did skip Raphael. I'd just rather have more units pulled to put on the wish list to go ahead and upgrade before I do that. You can see we're getting pretty good savings here. We just had a new Sand Devil turn attack begin, which is what I am grinding at the moment. I just, on today's login, I got 500 energy, so I quickly dumped that before we went into recording the video. So if we go to daily logins, you can see we're on day 61. We've just entered it, so we're still on day 60 of play. And that's kind of what I'm looking at. Now, what am I farming? I'm essentially looking at farming tournaments. If you look at it, the Fire Knight, I did some Fire Knight farming up until getting those pizza points. Then this one came, I did that. We had before that, we had the Shredder's Wrath, which I did farm all the way up to getting the extra stone, because those are just really nice rewards. So I've just been playing around with farming whatever events come. If you saw one of my previous videos, when you can double dip, triple dip, it is really nice. Now, Fire Knight, I was doing hard stage 1 because I am also bringing us into the next thing, trying to do the Marius missions. And while Fire Knight was on, I'm like, okay, it's less efficient to farm hard 1 than it is to do normal stage 20. But I was like, let's see if we can get the mythical artifact for it. Unfortunately, it didn't happen for me. We did plenty of runs, but we did not get a mythical artifact. Now, my plan is we do have a dragon tournament coming up in a few days. And so my plan for that is to try and get myself up to stage 6. So I find stage 2 and stage 6 are sort of the 2 incremental stages. Like stage 2 is really easy for me. I want to push up to stage 6. I'll have to manual through some of these because these difficulties are actually harder. They have some block revives and some annoying stuff in the waves. And then if I can get to stage 6, then I would farm stage 6 and see if with stage 6 I can actually get myself a mythical. If I can't farm stage 6, then I'll just go back to stage 2, farm that for the dragon event. Once again, just trying to double dip, do the event at less efficiency, but also trying to get myself the mythical artifact to continue this. Then we roll into having to do the magic one, and then we'll be waiting for Void Day again. I was really hoping I could have got this one, because if I did on 2 days ago when I was doing it, I would have been able to get the magic done, and then I would have been able to get the Void done yesterday. Unfortunately, it didn't pan out, but we can't yet clear the stages in the Cursed City. That's why I'm not too stressed, because obviously we haven't summoned characters and we haven't summoned enough souls to go ahead and do that kind of stuff. So that's where we're kind of brickwalled there. Romantu, I can basically do everything up until this one. Fuse Razen. Obviously, we haven't pulled, so we ain't going to be able to doing the fusion. So basically, my account in terms of these missions is stopped until we see what the Leo event is, and I can finally dump some summons, because that is what we are absolutely hanging out for. Now, let's go through our character builds in general. Mikey is on a lifesteal build because I am currently, when I do Sand Devil turn attack, this is what I found just to be the most efficient way for me to do these turn attacks. I just farm stage 7 with 4 fodder, and that's how I do these. And to do that, Mikey has to be on a lifesteal build. Besides that, he's normally on his relentless build that you guys have probably seen in other videos, which if we go here, he's normally on that build. So that's normally my Mikey's build. He's on the dude, I've just got trash relics. So he's on that one. He's on the brimstone, so on and so forth. We do have our Tahanaruk there. She's getting decently fast at 239 speed on the relentless. Really nice, getting those extra heals, extra cleanses, all that sort of stuff. Geomancer, I finally got his soul, so it made him a little bit chunkier, brought him up to that close to 40k HP, which was really helpful. You can see my accessories are still pretty average. As we go into Deacon, I finally got my 2 pieces for Deacon here, which actually allowed him to get sped up a bit. You can see he's at plus 168, so he's at 268 speed. Now, I do have a faster preset that I could use on him. If we go over here, let's take a look. Where is it? Where is my fast preset? I believe it is this one. So yes, I could get my Deacon up to 314 speed, but it would be stealing absolutely everything that I have, and I don't really want to do that because, once again, I'm grinding out my 5 wins in live arena, and I don't feel like I need this to do it. And plus, he always gets banned anyway. So that's kind of where we're at. For our fastest build would be 314, but we're not quite there yet. Vergis, don't really use him that much anymore outside of soloing the annoying bosses and some other areas as well. He's such a great progression unit and then solo unit. And now I'm using the Glade Wolf more because Glade Wolf just has more utility for me. Tagoar, I've been using a lot now, especially when we look to tower and stuff like that. He's just an absolute beast. So been loving Tagoar. I was slow to build him on this account because we built everything else first. But now that I've built him, dude, I just love this guy. His revives, his speed buff, his healing. Dude's just an absolute monster. And then Glade Wolf, if you guys saw the video on this guy specifically, absolute amazing unit. Unlocks the ability, like, makes Fire Knight easy. He's the reason I can do Fire Knight hard without any freeze units on my team. And then on top of that, he makes the Iron Twins just... he makes them doable when they otherwise would not be doable for me in my account. So absolutely fantastic. Faction Wars, we're at 304 stars. You know, I've been trying to go through and do as much as I can. Bannerlords has just unlocked, so you can see here I've worked through and got some 3 stars. I'm going to try and work through and get a few more 3 stars here. I think I'm just about at my limit with what Mikey can do as solo. I'm relying on Relentless procs to get enemies down so they don't kill my weak allies, because if we look at what I've got, we don't really have too much to add into that team. So I think we're pretty much capped on stars, but at least we can go ahead and get some good crafting materials. Dark Elves, we're just getting carried by the Madam Serris, so we're not really getting too much progression in those ones either. Once again, not summoning on the account yet is really hurting my progression there, but once I do summon, hopefully we'll be able to build up a bunch of things really quick and get some decent progression into there. Live Arena, we're sitting in what gold 5 as standard, just taking those free wins. In this one, we did push up to bronze 3. I'm thinking about just tanking my way back down because it's too hard to find free wins. So I might try and push this again once I get, like, you know, my Arbiter built, another Nuka built. If I manage to get Leo, then I will look to, you know, pushing back up into the ranks. But I think towards the end of this, ranking period ends in 4 hours. I'm probably just going to throw these 10 attacks and lose everything and try and get back down into the red range so that when there's events and stuff, I can actually just get wins easier without having to check back every 15 minutes because it's a bit tedious. The pushing of it was something I wanted to do, but then I was like, nah, this is just way too hard. Live Arena, we've still got our 5 wins every day. I haven't done today yet. You can see we're at 2093, meaning we've got this. This is the one that's flashing there to claim. We can claim all these. We can claim all these, and our next one, which we'll probably get to today, will be this one over here. Then I believe once we clear these milestones 8 and get to 2700, I believe, if anyone knows, let me know. I believe once you hit gold, that's when you go and you can start getting the seasonal rewards. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm just waiting to see how that goes. But yeah, I'm doing my 5 wins, and if I still have any left over after my 5 wins, I try and get as many wins as possible to creep up. You can see my monthly chest. What date are we? We're on the 20th. I've got 295 of 300. So even if I get this maxed, I'm not sure how it works, but even if I get this maxed, I'm not going to claim it and see if it carries over, or wait and see if I can get into gold, and then it should increase my limit. So I'm not too sure exactly how that works, but I'm going to fiddle around with it and check it out over there. Cursed City, we're kind of just boned because, once again, lack of summoning characters and also the lack of souls make that a brick wall. So I'm going to have a massive amount of progression once we actually get around to doing our summons on this account, which is going to be really damn nice. Doom Tower, I was pushing Doom Tower hard on this one. I got to the Nether Spider. I didn't have time to sit down and manual and play around with it. This one being Magic Community is absolute trash for me. So I was pushing hard, got to that one, and I just haven't come back to it. So I've just been pushing normal since then. And that's kind of the gist of where we're at. I should get in there and try this one on hard and see if I can get through it. But that's kind of where we have stalled out there. And I believe that's every aspect of the game. Actually, clan bosses, quickly. We did do normal and hard, max chest, both on Chimera last week. I had a advanced mission to do 1 key, so I did the normal. You can see we did 52.79 million damage there. Chimera Clash. Oh, wait. We got a chest in Chimera Clash. I didn't even see what that was. All right, cool. Cool, there's some. As for Chimera, as for Hydra, I might try hard this time. I did normal last time. Normal we sort of easy clap through. I'm going to see how high. I feel like I could get the 20 million over here on this one. So I kind of want to get that. If we look at my Hydra Clash, you can't see because my head's in the way. We did actually get our first chest in Hydra Clash. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at and grinding into. I want to start getting some more of those stone skin accessories as well to start progressing my account. But that's kind of everything we are up to. There's not too much to update you guys on. As for the Shredder's Wrath, when this comes up, I just do stage 16, and this is the team I run. I 3-manned it with 2 fodders because at least then I've got a chance at getting some 6 stars, and even some 5 stars are actually improvements on my account. So it ain't too bad in that aspect. Unfortunately, I still, through all that grinding of the Shredder's Wrath, I did not manage to get myself the amulet for my Arbiter. So I really want to get an Arbiter amulet, even if it's trash, just so that I can get the extra 10 speed from those 2 pieces. That would be ideal, but we will have to wait and see. But anyway, that is the update. The account is completely free to play. People that ask, do I get creator rewards? No, I have had no creator rewards. I've had no handouts on this account. Nothing like that. Just playing like a true free to play account. The only thing that's not like a true normal person free to play account is just how much I've been in the game. Like, I know life this shit, but that's about it. Anyway, that is the update. That's the account 2 months in. Once again, hanging out to see if we get this bloody Leo event so I can do some pulls and actually advance the account. But anyway, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.